The question of transfer is one that's crucial, right? And we don't know. I mean, there's a lot of transfer studies going on. Just what happens is first year writing transfer to a sophomore writing class, and you know, it's really not clear, right, how much of this transfers, unless the student is an activist for her own writing, right? So that's one of the issues, is we're really not sure how much transfers, which is why it seems frustrating. Didn't they get this in freshman comp, right? That's what people always say. Well, yes, they probably did, but if they're not writing in every class, every semester, it's going to fade away. That's why I feel like we have a responsibility, but so does everyone else, right? What we really need to work on is that students write in more classes, and write more routinely, and it becomes just an absolute common part of their experience as college students. And we know from, I think I'm right, on the NSSE data, the National Survey of Student Engagement, that URI students report, URI seniors report writing very little. So I tend to, I can't, if you're grading for correctness and you're grading ESL students, they're always going to fail, right? If you're just grading for clean, precise language, no errors at all. I mean, when I first started out, the program I taught in had 4 mistakes per page equals an automatic F. Well, the students whose first language wasn't English would never pass, right? So I just don't think, I mean, it's just harder. I'd hate to have to go to a foreign country and try to pass a class. That's all I know. Hiring an intern, the application asks them to explain how to tie a shoe. If they can't write a paragraph about how to tie a shoe, they're not going to get the internship at GTech. Now, that's not rocket science either, but that's how they weed students out. It's not a very challenging writing task, but they can use that to say, So I think the form versus content thing, I'm glad you're upholding that there isn't a difference. I think if you can't follow the content because of the problems in the delivery, that's an issue. That means that the content can't.
Consistent within it.
Right. So tell them what I said. No. But you're fighting the good fight on that. I don't think there should be a division between form and content. Teachers who feel overworked and burdened by this whole responsibility will divide it, right? Especially if it's not a writing class. Because they want to know that the students have command of the material, but they're going to say, but the writing doesn't count. Well, the writing is the mechanism to deliver that the fact that they know it or not. So how can it not count? Of course it counts. It counts about the credibility and the ethos of the writer. I mean,